Just when you thought Ferrari's 2025 F1 season couldn't get any more intense, testing results have sparked new debates. Lewis Hamilton is finally behind the wheel of a Ferrari, but who will lead the team? Will Ferrari hand him the keys to a championship push? Or will Charles Leclerc remain the team's priority? With fresh testing times and speculation on team orders, let's break down what's happening at Maranello. Hamilton is wasting no time getting comfortable in red. Ferrari has been running tests at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya for 2 weeks, with Hamilton completing crucial laps to prepare for his highly anticipated 2025 debut. But before the official Pirelli tire test, he also took part in private testing with Ferrari's older cars. Why? Adapting to a new team, a new car, and a new work culture is no easy task, even for a 7-time world champion. Ferrari is giving him every opportunity to hit the ground running, knowing that an 8th title is within reach if everything aligns. Now, this is where things get interesting. Ferrari has been operating without a clear number. One driver for years, but let's be honest, Charles Leclerc has been their golden boy. The big question is whether Ferrari will keep things status quo or subtly shift focus toward Hamilton, who brings not just experience, but an unmatched championship pedigree. Some believe Hamilton is Ferrari's best bet for the title, but will they allow both drivers to fight freely? Or will team orders come into play sooner than expected? The internal power struggle could define Ferrari's entire season. Beyond the driver dynamics, Ferrari's testing wasn't just about performance, it was also about development. Pirelli is working on brand new tires for the 2026 F1 regulations, and teams modified their 2024 cars to simulate the drastic aerodynamic changes coming in 2 years. That meant Ferrari had to tweak their SF24 to accommodate narrower tires while running tests with reduced downforce, about 20% less than usual. This isn't just a routine tire test, it's an early glimpse into how teams might adapt to the future of F1. With all these factors at play, Ferrari's pecking order is far from settled. But as testing continues, one thing is clear. Whoever comes out on top early in 2025 could dictate the team's entire strategy. So, will it be Leclerc or Hamilton? Ferrari's testing sessions have given us plenty to dissect, especially when it comes to lap times and how Hamilton is adapting to his new team. While Ferrari fans were eager to see how the 7-time world champion would perform in red, the results were mixed. On Tuesday, Hamilton clocked a fastest lap of 1 minute 15.93 seconds over 86 laps, while Leclerc wasn't far behind with a 1 minute 16.06 seconds. However, McLaren's Lando Norris set the pace with a 1:15.21 over 159 laps, showing just how competitive the field is shaping up to be. Wednesday brought another shift. Leclerc topped the session with a 1:14.97 over 74 laps, while Hamilton's best time was a slower 1:16.75, even trailing his own Tuesday performance. Now, these numbers don't tell the full story. Testing lap times isn't always about outright speed. Teams follow different programs, adjusting car setups, tire compounds, and fuel loads. Ferrari's testing modifications, particularly in adapting to the 2026 style tires, also played a role. The key takeaway? Hamilton and Leclerc had different priorities in their runs, so comparing their times directly may not reveal the complete picture. Beyond lap times, the bigger story is Hamilton's adaptation to Ferrari. This testing period is crucial for him to build confidence with his new machine, the SF24. Before these official sessions, Hamilton was already putting in work behind the scenes, running private tests with the 2023 Ferrari SF23 to familiarize himself with Ferrari's overall feel. While the SF23 doesn't handle exactly like the SF24, it provided valuable insight into the team's design philosophy and gave Hamilton an early start in understanding Ferrari's systems. However, Hamilton's transition hasn't been without setbacks. During his private testing, he crashed the SF23. Thankfully, he walked away unharmed, but it was a reminder that even the most experienced drivers need time to adjust. This isn't the first time Hamilton has had a preseason crash while joining a new team. Similar incidents happened in 2007 with McLaren and in 2013 with Mercedes. If history tells us anything, early struggles don't mean much for Hamilton's season-long performance. Looking ahead, Pirelli's tire development efforts will continue with more tests. Alpine is set to take the next round of testing in Jerez on Thursday and Friday, while McLaren and Mercedes will hit the track on March 2nd to 3rd. Further sessions will involve Alpine and Williams as Pirelli works to refine the new compounds for 2026. The key objective is to understand tire degradation under high wear conditions, with Barcelona providing the perfect testing ground. This is just the very start for Ferrari. Oh, the biggest question mark yet remains. How will the balance between the two highly skilled drivers be maintained? As of the testing times, there were no team orders as of yet. The internal battle for supremacy within Ferrari has already begun to take shape. Ferrari goes into the 2025 season of Formula One, capturing one goal: only the championship. After years of rebuilding, the team ended 2004 as the fastest on the grid, putting hope that they can finally get their title off their back. Ferrari's best chance is that it could be a highly competitive field where their main rivals, Red Bull, Mercedes, and McLaren, would share the points amongst themselves, leaving Ferrari to capitalize on consistency and maximize their chances for the championship. Most importantly, they have a driver lineup now that is among their strongest for several years, with Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc being the most lethal combo since Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Räikkönen. Yet once again, having two of the big guns presents its concerns. The orders that Ferrari will give and the hierarchy between its drivers will be one of the most scrutinized areas in the 2025 season. For the last couple of years, Leclerc has been the unofficial #1 driver at Ferrari. His outright pace cannot be questioned, yet he has thrown away several title chances through clumsy mistakes on race day and poor strategic calls. That was when things went against Hamilton. Now, uneasiness reigns over Leclerc in the presence of Hamilton this time. Seven-time world champion Hamilton offers unparalleled experience, racecraft, and a history of getting the job done under pressure time and again, something Ferrari has lacked in critical moments. Reports from La Gazzetta dello Sport state that Ferrari will begin this season by treating both drivers equally with free fighting during the early races. But down the track, they might have to decide on one dominating over the other, depending on standings in the championship. If Leclerc shows the way early, Ferrari will likely support him rather than Hamilton. However, should Hamilton end up being the leading contender, the team will switch its fidelity to Hamilton. After all, Ferrari has finished first before for any individual reason, and hence, Hamilton will have to bow to team orders. This is Ferrari's best shot at the title in a decade, with Red Bull's dominance being questioned and Mercedes undergoing a rebuilding phase. There is a chance that Ferrari might take an important step toward controlling the title race ace, if not delivering it outright. It very much depended on how they lost for a good performance until the very end of 2024 and how they were managing their driver lineup for themselves. A strong Ferrari start can thus loll around setting the terms of the campaign rather than responding to its rivals. Ultimately, no driver is bigger than Ferrari. While Hamilton and Leclerc may furnish dreams of their own, for them, as for all members of the Scuderia, the team will always come first. Suppose Ferrari balances all of these strategies, driver management and performance of the car 2025 correctly, it would probably be finally their year back on top in Formula One. Ferrari's 2025 season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in years. With Hamilton and Leclerc pushing each other, the battle for supremacy within the team is just beginning. Will Ferrari back one driver, or will they let them fight it out? Let us know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more F1 updates.